The attack on Pearl Harbor, a day that changed history. December 7, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. On this day, the Empire of Japan launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, bringing the United States into World War II. But what led to this fateful moment? And what were its consequences? Chapter 1: The Road to War, Causes of the Attack. 1. Japan's expansionist ambitions. Since the early 20th century, Japan sought to expand its empire. By the 1930s, it had invaded Manchuria and waged war against China. The Japanese government, led by militarists, believed that only expansion could secure their nation's future. 2. United States sanctions and rising tensions. Japan's aggression alarmed Western powers. The United States responded by imposing economic sanctions, cutting off vital supplies of oil, steel, and rubber. Japan saw these sanctions as a direct threat to its survival. 3. Japan's decision for war. Faced with dwindling resources and a powerful United States Pacific Fleet stationed at Pearl Harbor, Japan had two choices: negotiate or strike first. The decision was made: Japan would attack before the United States could react. Chapter 2: The Attack on Pearl Harbor. 1. The Japanese strategy. Japan's plan was clear: launch a surprise attack that would cripple the United States Pacific Fleet. The goal was to prevent American interference in Japan's conquests across the Pacific. 2. The attack begins December 7, 1941. At 7:55 a.m., the first wave of Japanese planes arrived. Within minutes, bombs and torpedoes rained down on battleships, airfields, and military bases. 3. Devastation and chaos. The United States suffered heavy losses: 2,403 Americans killed, 21 ships damaged or destroyed, and over 300 aircraft lost. The USS Arizona sank with over 1,100 sailors aboard. Chapter 3: Immediate aftermath and United States entry into World War II. 1. America reacts. The next day, President Roosevelt addressed the nation, delivering his famous speech yesterday, December 7, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. 2. Declaration of war. On December 8, the United States declared war on Japan. Just days later, Germany and Italy declared war on the United States, officially bringing America into World War II. Chapter 4: Long-term consequences of Pearl Harbor. 1. The Pacific War. The attack on Pearl Harbor ignited a fierce war in the Pacific. The United States retaliated with battles such as Midway, Iwo Jima, and ultimately, the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. 2. The end of the Japanese Empire. Japan's decision to attack Pearl Harbor led to its eventual defeat in 1945. The war fundamentally changed the world, shaping modern geopolitics. Conclusion: lessons from Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor was a turning point in history, teaching us the dangers of underestimating conflict and the importance of preparedness. Even today, it remains a symbol of sacrifice and resilience. Subscribe for more war historical documentaries.